For those of you that haven't met me yet, I'm Anne Harris, and I'm a medical intuitive, an advanced metaphysical anatomy practitioner, a Reiki master, and a certified coach. And I work with women all over the world to release the emotional blocks in their body that are stopping them from being very healthy, stopping them from having a really loving relationship or making the money that they want in their business or career. And today I wanted to share with you some information that may help you or someone you know if they are suffering with depression. Now, because of COVID going on around the world and us going in and out of lockdowns, it can really affect our emotional state. It can affect us not wanting to get out of bed in the morning. It can affect the way we eat. Depression is usually something that's not spoken about. So people can be suffering in silence. And I wanted to record this video to give you some awareness so that if you are suffering with depression, then there's some things that you can do at the end. Or if you know someone who is, maybe you could share this video with them to just give them some support and let them know that they're not alone. So a couple of the signs to look out for when someone is depressed, or if you're feeling depressed yourself, is, as I said, you can change the way that you're eating. So you may be eating more junk food or wanting to drink more fizzy drinks, or you may completely lose your appetite and not feel like eating at all. Your sleep patterns can change, so you can either be awake for most of the night or you literally do not want to get out of bed in the morning. Like there's no joy in life anymore. You're literally wanting to hide away from the world and just stay under the covers and just not face up to reality anymore. Another couple of things that can happen is that you can start to feel the emotions as well. So you can feel hopeless or guilt or have a really low energy, so you're just tired, you don't want to do anything, nothing is fun, you just want to sit and watch TV, or you just want to be by yourself, so you can become very isolated as well. Another sign for if you're feeling depressed is, if it's quite severe, is you can start having suicidal thoughts. And if it's getting to this stage, then please reach out to someone. Okay, you don't have to do this by yourself. There's many support networks, or even reach out to people like me, healers, or someone who's going to be able to really help you no longer live the way that you're feeling. So a couple of other things that you can do is that you may have negative thoughts, and they're not just like negative thoughts that just pop in and out throughout the day. They're like continuously there. So you can become quite self-destructive. You're telling yourself that you're not good enough, or you're ugly, or that type of thing. Or you can have the negative thoughts about everyone else around you and like pick holes in them, or become very argumentative in different situations that really don't need to turn into an argument, but you just become frustrated, overwhelmed. You can feel the anxiety and you just want to find a way to release it. So you may go down that pathway of the negative self-talk, or choosing to pick on someone else to try and make yourself feel better as well. When you're feeling this way, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can try and think of what makes you a little bit more excited. Now, I'm not talking about jumping from feeling the way that you are to just feeling, overly excited and passionate again. With our emotions, we have to move up slowly with them, and we have to process them so that we're dealing with where we are and being truthful with ourselves. So have a think about just some little things that you can do that would just distract you a little bit, or get you out of feeling the way that you're doing. So maybe it's that you love doing puzzles, or you like doing paint by numbers, or you may want to go and volunteer somewhere with something that you really enjoy doing. Really start to think how you can start to make some changes yourself to lift you out of the way that you're feeling. Depression is really it's not to be laughed at. It's not to just have medication and then suppress what's going on. Because sometimes I found working with my clients is, if they've been feeling depressed, sometimes it's because the neuropeptides that were in their mum at the time when she was pregnant with them have been passed on in the womb, and they're now carried, the adult person is now carrying those around. So neuropeptides are a chemical that our body produces, and depending on whether the emotion is, happy or sad, whatever, it's passed through the body, it's passed through all of our cells. The cells pick it up and then they tell the body how to respond. So the neuropeptides are like the communication between what's going on in our brain, and it's telling our body how it needs to respond. So it can think that it's, in danger, or not safe, or something's going to happen that's not good. And it's just because the mind thinks it then produces these chemicals, it sends them throughout the whole body, and then the body responds in that way to try and protect itself. So as I said, it depends on how your mum was feeling when you were in the womb. All of this stuff can be passed on, and you can be feeling it yourself and you don't even know why, because everything around you is showing that you should be having a really happy and great life. But what's going on in the mind can be a completely different picture. So if you are struggling at the moment and you need someone to reach out to, find a friend, find a support group, reach out to me if you want to get the help that you're looking for. Go and see your GP if it's really bad. They can put you on medication, and that generally just suppresses what's really going on. It doesn't get to the root cause. So try and do everything that you can, alternative medicine, things like that, before you actually go down onto the strong medication pathway, because it can take a long time to get off it once you're on it. So reach out. You're not alone, and this COVID hopefully is not going to be around forever. The facts with England, like they're still getting over 40,000 cases a day, but people's mental health, they're more worried about that now because they've been in lockdown for so long that they're learning to live with COVID, and it's more important that they're looking after the mental health of the population instead. So it's having a massive impact on everyone around the world. And just know, if this is you, if it's been going on before COVID, you don't have to keep living this way. So reach out and get the support that you're looking for.